Welcome back to the Lazy A-Hole Ranch, everyone. Today I'm going to tell you how you can save some money by fabricating your own brackets to attach your floor joists and studs for your loft for the Arch Cabin House Kit. Mike has made a test bracket, so if the holes all line up, we're just going to whip out a bunch more and we'll have our brackets for the loft.
That'll be okay. And maybe, if anything, we'll knock that corner off a little bit just for extra room.
We are going to start with this 1/8" steel, which Mike has already pre-cut for us.
This was our test piece just to make sure the holes made sense. And here was the edge of the rib. So these two look fine. All this stuff is going to be into the wood just fine. So we'll just mark the rest of these accordingly. And I figure just kind of fixture the pieces that I'm marking, and drop our proof of concept piece on, and then just punch through.
And are you just going to leave them tacked, or are we going to weld all the way down on these?
They'll be welded all the way on the final piece.
Okay.
I just tacked them in case it didn't work. It's a whole lot easier to pop apart.
So first you want to locate your holes.
Get that all stuffed up in there.
And this is a center punch, correct?
Yeah, this is an automatic center punch. It's got a spring in there, so you just shove down, it reaches a certain point and wax it. Let's see if I've got just a regular punch of an appropriate profile. It would be faster.
So you can see where Mike has punched these little holes here. And this is going to be where we drill. Now the reason why we are welding brackets and not using a prefabricated stamped metal one, because we don't need all that engineering. These are really just going to hold stuff into position. They don't do any load bearing. There's no weight for them. They don't do anything that requires extra engineering.
I'm going to just use this punch instead.
Okay.
Because I only have to hit it once. I think I'll just do that to the whole mess of them and then drill press.
Okay. And Mike beveled these on the grinder so that he could have a nice spot for that weld to run into and really get a good penetration on it. And like I said, these aren't structural, but we want them to stay together too. Now, with the center hole punch, does that also help the drill bit kind of stay where you intend it to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Your next step, of course, is going to be to drill the holes in the metal. And if you don't have a drill press, you can just use a drill and a vise. Boop. Nice.
Must have my speeds and feeds about right.
Now it's just time to weld everything together. And I'm sorry guys, if you don't weld, there's not really an alternative for this. I mean, this is kind of a learn how to weld thing, but they do have really inexpensive classes that'll get you welding in no time. The gas supply company, General Air Service and Supply in Colorado Springs, that we go to get our gas, they have a great welding class. I believe it is now $60 for a half a day, and they'll have you welding by the end of the day. I know it seems kind of scary, but don't be afraid of it. If I can learn how to do this, I believe anyone can.
Realistically, for this kind of stuff, you could just go take the welding class, go pick up a Harbor Freight flux core welder for $125. Maybe it's like $80 on sale, I don't know. And That would be good enough for this.
Because you're not doing that much.
Yeah, it's not aerospace.
And this just holds it firmly to the welding table so it doesn't try to move on you.
Yeah.
Bam! Done.
Just like the professionals.
And are you doing gas welding or is this the flux?
It's just flux core.
Okay. So Mike is using the 030 flux core wire that I was just using on my garden gate. We're still in a stage 2 fire ban, so I can't finish that yet, but someday. Even I can weld these things. I'm doing good. And after a little bit of grinding, these things are ready to go. And really, guys, that's all there is to it. So don't let this process intimidate you. Like I've said before, if I can get out there and learn how to do these things, I really believe that you can too. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more arched cabin content. And if you enjoyed this video about how we made these brackets, check out this video here where we made brackets to attach the floor joists to our beams.